A 17-year-old boy was playing basketball in his driveway with a friend. In the course of the game, he lost one of his contact lenses. Well, they searched up and down the driveway, but they didn't find it. So finally, they gave up, and the boy went inside to tell his mother. She undertook the cause, and she went out to look. In just a few minutes, she came in, holding the contact lens in her hand. "I don't get it," said the boy. "I looked everywhere. How did you do that?" "Well," she explained, "we were looking for different things. You were looking for a little piece of plastic. I was looking for $300. What we value determines the search. Or as St. Thomas Aquinas said, the things we love tell us what we are. St. Thomas is suggesting that what we want of the world, our desires and interests, tell us more about who we are than the image of ourselves which we fashion in our imaginations. When Solomon was offered a choice, at least for him, wisdom mattered most. To see what it is that you want of the world, ask yourself questions such as, what pursuits get most of my time? Why? What tends to be my primary cause of anxiety? What do I enjoy doing when I am able to choose my activity? Reading? Exercise? Time with loved ones? Of course, once you know who you are by asking what you love, there's one more gospel question that must be answered. Is this a pearl of great price? Is it worth my life? You have to ask, because life expends itself on its desires, even if they're not acknowledged. God is the one who gives everything, giving extravagantly. In Jesus, we could say that God is prodigal. Dictionaries define prodigal as wastefully extravagant and lavishly abundant. That certainly describes the God that Jesus incarnates and reveals. Jesus is willing to give up everything, even his life, for us. We saw this in the parable of the sower that we read 2 weeks ago. The sower went out to sow and scattered seed generously, almost wastefully, everywhere, on the road, among the rocks, among the thorns, on bad soil, and on rich soil. No farmer would ever do this. Who would waste seed on soil that can never produce a harvest? God, it seems, doesn't ask that question, but simply keeps scattering seed everywhere, over generously, without calculating whether it's a good investment or not. God is prodigious beyond imagination. The scandal of this parable, of the pearl of great price, is that God is the merchant who is searching for us. And God is willing to give everything and use everything, our failures and even our sins, to bring us closer to God. As St. Paul said, "For we know that all things work together for good for those who are called according to God's purpose." And just like the merchant who sold everything, God wants to possess all of you. Sister Margaret Halaska captured this wonderfully in a poem she entitled Covenant. The Father knocks on my door, seeking a home for his son. Rent is cheap, I say. I don't want to rent. I want to buy, says God. I'm not sure I want to sell, but you might come in to look around. I think I will, says God. I might let you have a room or two. I like it, says God. I'll take the 2. You might decide to give me more someday. I can wait, says God. I'd like to give you more, but it's a bit difficult. I need some space for me. I know, says God, but I'll wait. I like what I see. Maybe I can let you have another room. I really don't need that much. Thanks, says God. I'll take it. I like what I see. I'd like to give you the whole house, but I'm not sure. Think on it, says God. I wouldn't put you out. Your house would be mine, and my son would live in it. You'd have more space than you'd ever had before. I don't understand it all. I know, says God, but I can't tell you about that. You have to discover it for yourself. That can only happen if you let me have the whole house. A bit risky, I say. Yes, says God, but try me. I'm not sure. I'll let you know. I can wait, says God. I like what I see. We can always resist this deeper relationship, but God does not give up. God keeps waiting for us. What God values determines the search, and to God, we are a pearl of great price. And so in the end, it's both sensible and wise to give in. In fact, it is our salvation to let ourselves be found.